This is a download from BFM 89.9, the business station.
This is Resource Center and I'm Lim Soon Heng. Continuing with our series on HerVantage, this week's guest is Miss Nini Haznita, who is an entrepreneur and owner of almost 2-year-old Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw.
Kaw Kaw.
Kaw Kaw. I checked on its Facebook site and Burger Bakar has more than 100,000 likes and more than 12,000 Facebook accounts talking about it. Quite impressive. This company has been around since 2011. It serves its burgers from roadside kiosks. At the time of checking, it has 7 such kiosks. Nini, tell me a bit about the history of Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw.
Okay, Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw, the idea is to present to the people the gourmet burger, is homemade, of course, and you will get them in the restaurants, in the cafes, but then sell this to the people by the roadside kiosk initially when we started. So somehow the idea is to sell more premium beef, more premium lamb, more premium chicken, by doing this on the roadside.
Are your kiosks still roadside at this point?
At this point, some of them are, but we have evolved. We recently ventured into a restaurant, a diner concept, Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw diner, something like that. The reason why we do that is we feel that it is time to evolve.
How many of these kind of restaurants you have as opposed to the kiosks?
As opposed to the kiosks, right now we have about 6 kiosks and 1 diner.
As far as your operation is concerned, how big is it? Meaning that how many kiosks do you have? How many diners do you have? Production houses?
Okay, we have about 6 kiosks, 1 restaurant diner, and 1 production house.
And you talk about kiosk.
Okay.
How does this kiosk function? For instance, if I were to drive up to a kiosk, and where would this kiosk be? What would I see and how would I get my burger?
How the kiosks operate. We have our own production house where we process the beef, we process the lamb, we process the chicken, and then we marinate them. We have our own logistic transportation where we transport all of the supply to the kiosk. From kiosk, we will sell it. So basically, they are our profit centers.
Describe a kiosk to me.
Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw concept is to make an semi-automated kiosk. By saying semi-automated kiosk, we have our own warmer for each of the different raw material, such as we have beef, so we have our own beef warmer. For chicken, we have our own chicken warmer. For lamb, we have our own lamb warmer. And
so how big is this kiosk?
This kiosk is actually, the minimum is 20 times 10.
20 times 10, the space that you occupy?
Yes, the space that we occupy, that is the minimum. But other than that, we need bigger space now because we have a lot of equipments. We have char broilers. We never use any charcoal char broilers.
So when you talk about your kiosk, it's not a kiosk by the roadside. It's only in terms of it's dressed like as if it were by the roadside.
Yeah, if you see the facade, you will see that it is located by the roadside, but it is a standalone kiosk. We made our own kiosk.
What led you into this business? I mean, what's your own background suggested to you that, I am going to become a entrepreneur in the food and beverages industry?
I was always involved in business since I was in high school. So since I was 16 years old, I started to sell nasi lemak when I was in my form 4 years. And then from that, I was always love business. I figured out maybe it's because why I'm here right now. It's because I want to do more.
You said you sold nasi lemak while you were in school. What, you cooked at home and then took it to the canteen to sell?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have pre-orders?
I never do any pre-orders. There was no process back then. I was just...
Good. You said you didn't have any process. Not that it's good you didn't have any process, but good that it just a thought occurred to me that since you didn't have a process then, and now that you have, like you say, 6 outlets, kiosk outlets, 1 restaurant, you have a production house, as a business person, where did you learn all these processes that you need to put in place so that you can succeed in business?
Okay, gaining from my experience, I guess, when I told you that I start to sell nasi lemak, and then from there on, I evolved in online business. I did online business before I did Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw.
Oh.
So, yeah.
What kind of online business?
I sell accessories, I sell clothes, sunglasses, and,
you bought from someplace else and then resell them?
Yes, I bought them from the other place and I sell them here. And after that, I figured we want something. Me and my partner, we have known each other for 7 years. So we were doing business together. We are always doing business together.
So he was also this person. I mean, your partner's his name. What's his name?
His name is Faisal, or people know him as Zul.
Okay, so did Zul and you, were you both involved in this fashion accessories business also?
Yes, we do. We do online business together. We sell a lot of things together.
He wasn't the one that was cooking the nasi lemak, was he?
No. Because I knew him in my college years, actually. So when we know each other, we know that we can do business together because he's a good listener. He's a good a good goer. Everything we can do together. So I guess.
What did you study in college?
Actually, I took music. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so nasi lemak in high school, studied music, and now you are doing Burger Bakar.
Yes.
What about Zul? What was his background?
Zul, actually, he studied engineer. He was in electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering.
Yes.
Okay.
The matter that I want to share with you is that we are having our own machine.
You designed the machine yourself?
Yes. Me and my partner designed the machine itself.
Because he's an engineer.
He's an engineer. We designed the mechanism in the machine, but we asked the engineer to do it. We have our own engineer, so he does what we have designed. And
you're patenting it?
Kaw Kaw Burger Bakar has been patented, and recently we got an offer from Perbadanan Harta Intelek Malaysia saying that we can change it to registered.
For IPO?
For my IPO, Perbadanan Harta Intelek Malaysia, whereby they give permission to change it to R instead of TM.
Okay, you registered it.
Yes,
okay, registered
the Kaw Kaw Burger Bakar,
your trademark.
Trademarking,
okay.
And after having changed to R, we will patent our machine next. So this machine is not going to be sell, it's not going to be sold elsewhere. It's ours, and we will use it for our upcoming kiosk and our existing kiosk. So our aim is to create an automated. We used to be semi-automated, but now we want to be fully automated kiosk.
The kiosk be automated.
Yes. Because what we face now is, having Burger Bakar emit a lot of smoke. There's a lot of smoke emission, and yes, that's why we use exhaust fans and all. But using exhaust fan used to be quite conventional, and we want to change the method. Now we produce our own machine is to be more efficient and to be more,
cleaner.
Cleaner. And emit less of smoke.
Why aren't you thinking about selling these machines to other people?
For now, because we design it ourselves and we ask our engineer to mechanize it, we want to test it first. We will patent that first, and we will test it first. If it's working really well, and its contributing factor is good, then maybe we will figure out to sell it to other people.
So together you figured out how to start this business.
Yes.
Where else did you learn how to apply for permits, where to go for permits, how to get your company registered? Where did you learn all of that?
Okay, I would love to share on that. When we want to open up our kiosk and our restaurant, initially what we do is we will go to the other shops, we will go to the other restaurants, and we will just have a chat with the people there. And I will totally ask them how to apply for permits, how to apply for your license and everything. And they are humble enough to share. So from there, I gather all of the informations and apply for that. Yeah,
that's fascinating. You mean You didn't go to school to study about how to set up a business. You didn't go to an entrepreneur's network to kind
No,
of
I
talk
did
to
not.
them. You just went straight to all these other restaurants and talk to the owners there.
The one thing I personally possess, me and my partner, is that sometimes we are very bold. You know, we really aim for what we want and we really do it. So if we think that we can do it, we will try to do it until we achieve what we want. Yeah.
Owner of Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw, grilled over lava stone. Coming up, staying ahead of the imitators and the competition. This is HerVantage on Resource Center on BFM 89.9, the business station. This is Resource Center's HerVantage. My guest today is Nini Haznita, an entrepreneur and owner of 2-year-old Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw. Nini, you work with somebody who is a man. What are the challenges?
The challenges that I face, and of course my partner face, he's a man, and and maybe the way we approach people is slightly different. That's all the challenges that I face, but other than that, we are okay. The example is whenever we face, constraint or issues from our staff, we would have to handle them, and the way we handle them is slightly different, whereby we have disciplinary forms, we have our own forms and everything. So whenever we want to issue the forms, I will meet my staff first. I will ask my staff what is the issue, what is the thing that you're facing. So I would have to understand them more. But as for my partner, he will just go straight to the disciplinary form and ask the employee, what is your issues and everything. Write it down. He is more technical person than I am.
How would you describe your style?
My style is I like to talk to people to understand them. What are the thinking? What are you facing? And how do we resolve it? What we are going to do to give you more chance.
In your way of expressing it, are you implicitly saying that men tend to be less empathetic that way, or just that we are more focused on the process of filling out forms?
I think both. Working with men, working with my partner, I know that he's very analytical. He's very focused on what he does, which is a good thing actually. But for me personally, I would like to address the matter, in detail. I like to understand things more than, after that doing it is another thing. So I have a lot of steps.
You're not focused just on the actions of the employee. You want to know their intentions and their thinking behind it.
Yes, exactly. I would like to understand the matter. I would like to understand the concern that they have, or maybe it's coming from us. That's why I would like to ask the people what are the thinking and everything, so that I can evaluate and evaluate.
Do you think this is fundamentally the difference between men and women when they are doing business?
There's not a lot of men that I'm working with, but yes, I think it is. I think it's a good thing because we are a perfect combination actually, me and my partner.
Now I want to kind of keep that thinking and move on to the idea that, one of the things that you have said on your website is that you are now facing competition from imitators.
Yes.
Yeah. So to stay ahead, you say you have to innovate. Now, how does this collaboration work? How do you collaborate to move forward so that your products you can innovate on your products?
A lot of people know we started the business by roadside kiosk. Me and my partner figured together, well, we have to evolve, we have to expand somehow, and we pretty much agreed together. It's a mutual agreement that we have to open up a diner. So me and my partner, we figured this thing together, and we have been working very hard on it, and we opened up a diner. So there is no obstacles in doing that, because he's a man and I'm a female.
Yeah, but how do you what do you contribute in terms of the thinking towards this growth as opposed to his contribution?
Yes, well, that's a very good question, because me and my partner, we divide our tasks actually. We have a task of a division of tasks. the reason being is because we cannot do everything at once.
Sure.
Yeah, we cannot do everything concurrently. So what we do is I focus more on HR training and development because actually I was working in a call center and I was an outbound trainer myself, and I contribute more to soft skill trainings, processes and procedures, how to train people, how to coach people, the step that I would have to take.
And that's your strength.
That is my strength, yes.
And his contribution comes in the form of?
His contribution is more to, researches of machineries. We do researches of machineries together, but now we have a division of tasks. He focus more on layouts of the kiosks, more technical matters.
Now, when it comes to innovating on burgers themselves, I noticed when I went to your website, there are 20 different types of burgers that are available. Now, to stay ahead of your competitors, do you need to come up with more varieties of burgers and all that?
I have only one answer to that: quality control. That is what we are doing right now, because competitors will just keep emerging in the market, and they will study us, or maybe perhaps study other burger shops and everything. The only thing that we have to focus now is quality, because I know eventually and in the end, because if I put myself in a customer's shoe, I would go for quality rather than quantity. So we take a lot of time to expand actually. Maybe we have about 7 shops or 6 kiosks, 1 diner, but we take a lot of time and we spend a lot of time in doing quality control monitoring.
You went to a music school and you graduated in music. How do you know, to do quality control, these are the processes? Where did you learn that from?
Okay, actually I'm a dropout in music school. I'm a dropout. I'm not ashamed to say that. Maybe that is what I learned. Being a dropout doesn't mean that you have to, just hunch down and feel
bad about things.
Feel bad about things and being feared, fear to everything, having fear to evolution. So me and my partner, our aim is to create something that is not in Malaysia. But however, yes, now we face competitors, but I think having competitors is good actually, because it's very healthy. You will just compare yourself to the competitors and just want to move ahead and be like 10 steps ahead of them, because we were the pioneer. But being a pioneer doesn't mean that you have to be very very safe about it. We cannot be safe about it. We have to think of something, just to move ahead and ahead.
Where does this spirit come from?
I guess from my childhood. From my childhood, I am a very independent woman, because my mother taught me independent, since I was in high school, and then I studied music, and then I was a dropout because of my financial experience. I left music just like that. Things like that really taught me a lot.
Who are your models?
My model is actually a lot actually. One of them is the founder of 1901.
Yes, yes.
Marina Mahade. Few people. My mother.
What does your mother do?
When she was quite young, and when she was in her early 40s or 50s, she used to involve in multi-level business, doing freelance business, a lot of business. And my late father was a medical supplier, so he used to supply to the hospitals, pharmacies.
Did he own his own business?
Yeah, he owned his own business.
So both your parents, in a sense, were entrepreneurs.
Yes, I guess so. But what I want to emulate from them is the willpower to move forward. That's what they already inculcated in me. So that's what I'm trying to sustain in me.
And to move forward means also to kind of be past your competitors, and
yes.
That's the same drive.
Yes, that is in the first place why we want to open up the diner, because it's the main reason why we want to open up the diner is because we want to be different, because we have our own new menus right now. we didn't have any lamb patty previously, but now we have lamb patties, and we also came up with new menus. Even this new menus is not in Malaysia yet, so we are trying to come up with something new in order, to be different.
Again, this is something from your website, and you said that you're going to have more burger outlets throughout Malaysia, and you want to go overseas.
Yes, we do.
And when you go overseas, would you keep the same name, Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw?
Right now, our recent outlet in Subang Jaya in SS15, we have a diner. That diner is Kaw Kaw Burger Diner. So
the Baka has disappeared.
The Baka it's known to people. People know Burger Bakar so well because we were the pioneer. We started Burger Bakar, and then Burger Bakar starts to spread everywhere. I understand about that. When we create something, people emulate. But having Burger Bakar is what we contributed is the name. We have contributed the name, and then we feel happy about it.
I mean, I can see Kaw Kaw Burger going overseas because Kaw Kaw can be almost from any Polynesian country, almost Polynesian, Melanesian. The papaya in some countries are called paw paw. They spell Pawpaw.
Oh, okay.
So Kaw Kaw or Kaw Kaw or whatever how you say it, can also translate, because when I was looking at your name, Burger Bakar, if it goes overseas, it will become Burger Bakar or something like that. It would not be Baka the way we understand Baka.
The way we say it is different now. I understand from my a lot of my Chinese customers, Hokkien Chinese customers, they said that Kaw Kaw means dense. So it's a density of the patty.
Or enough.
But Kaw Kaw relates more to Malaysian culture. Like, are you having like Kaw Kaw teh tarik? Give me one teh tarik Kaw Kaw punya. Something like that.
Nini Haznita, co-founder and owner of Burger Bakar Kaw Kaw. 7 outlets and counting. Found today in the Klang Valley, tomorrow throughout the nation, and the day after, the world. This is HerVantage on Resource Center, and I'm Lim Suning on BFM 89.9, the business station.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To find more great interviews, go to bfm.my or find us on iTunes. BFM 89.9, the business station.